The Coastal Ranger Commando is the eyes and ears of the Norwegian Armed Forces. They operate in the most inhospitable environment imaginable. When suspicious ships enter Norwegian waters, this is the unit that gets sent out. Boarding ships is one of the most dangerous jobs in the military, not only because you're very exposed to the enemy, but the sea can be extremely rough in these parts of the world. And that's why these soldiers have to go through one of the most intense selections where less than 1% of all applicants make it through. It's a screened unit, meaning everyone's identity has to remain a secret. And until now, no outsider has ever been allowed in.
So how hard would you say this test is?
I would say it's pretty hard. Depends from year to year. Roughly we have around 500 to 2,000 people applying.
Wow.
Out of those, we select roughly around 100 people.
Only 100 people out of those 3,000 get to try this test?
Yeah, at least get to start selection.
And how many of those will pass generally?
Average 6 to 8.
6 to 8 only. So it's a pretty hard test then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I do this, if I pass the test, then I get to go on a mission with you?
Yeah. That's the plan.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
So that made me a little bit nervous because I know that mission, it sounds really cool and I really want to do the mission. And there are a few of these exercises that I'm a little bit worried about that I think will be hard for me, especially the first one. This is the one that I'm dreading the most. Like my legs are so weak. So I think they said you have 2 minutes to finish. So you could rest. Come on. That's the thing with Norwegians, they're always very quiet. So how many was that?
That was 40.
40?
Yeah.
So that was maximum score then?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna aim for 20. Oh jeez, I hope I don't fail on the first. I wish this came later because I don't want to fail on the first test.
3, 2, 1, start. 2, 3, 4. Good pace.
It's 11, right?
12.
12.
19. Come on. 20. We had a lot of time.
Kom igjen!
Come on. 32.
Igjen det.
33. 35. 5 seconds left.
Oh, I think you need to take it. Oh, 35. Oh my God.
That's good.
Thanks.
You passed.
I passed, that's the most important. Oh, but I'm gonna feel this. And the next exercise is pull-ups, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So that's gonna be a rest for the legs.
I think you will pass easily.
Yeah, this one I think I should be able to do.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's 10 kilos extra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 repetitions, that's fairly comfortable for you guys.
Yeah, it should be at least.
And what does most recruits, what do they fail on?
We don't start with the tests before we are done with the first year. So the people that do them are quite solid.
Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. That looked fairly comfortable. You're going really high.
Yeah, I don't want to have to do them again. So
Yeah.
make them count.
Okay. Was 8, right? More in case I didn't do it. That was my favorite test so far. Do you feel like there is a lot of upper body strength in what you do?
Yeah, well, the entire body needs to work
Yeah.
in order to be able to cope with
boarding
stress,
ships and stuff.
Yeah, when it comes to climbing, heavy kit, and the physical strain on an operator today, with the kit we have, is pretty hard.
Yeah. So the test we're doing today, that's not the selection. That's what you guys do every year to see that you kind of maintain the strength.
You meet the standards that we demand of our operators every year. The first test that we do during selection is more like a minimum requirement to be able to start and train. Yeah. And after you become an operator, you need to meet these standards. That's what we expect of you.
Okay. We don't have a lot of time in between these. The point is kind of to go back to back, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's fairly easy so far, but everyone keeps talking about the last 3 exercises: the climbing the ladder, the running, and the swimming. Those are like the hardest tests. This is kind of like a warm-up so far, it seems like. But the first exercise was definitely not a warm-up for me because my legs are weak as shit. Come on. So the Coastal Ranger Commando, that's the English word for...
Kystjegerkommando.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see.
Easy.
Sure. What is the next one? Is it a deadlift?
Yes.
Deadlift. 100 kilos, 8 repetitions, that's the max.
Yeah, at the minimum, you need to pass 4.
4 is the minimum. This is not going to be that easy for me, and then to be honest, I still feel it. My legs, I think I should have stopped at 20. Oh, Jesus Christ, my legs.
Come on. Yeah. Good.
Okay. Now it's cool because the different units I've been to, is it called units or?
Yeah, you can say units.
People look the same kind of, you know, you have like a special body type that are good for that unit, it seems like. I think in this unit, it seems like you're all pretty like fit, you build similar.
But we see that selection tends to breed various people.
Is it possible for lighter people, smaller people to also get past? Yeah.
Yeah, it's not about the size actually.
Okay.
It's more about what's in your head.
It seems like that's the case for most of the units, what's in your head. So did you guys already know what units you wanted to apply to, or did you try different units?
No, I went straight for this unit. Yeah.
Straight for this unit? Yeah. What made you want to try this unit?
I saw some ads on the internet and thought it looked cool.
What about the location of the base? Does that affect anything? The fact that you're in like a beautiful scenery and you can do a lot of outdoorsy things?
Yeah, it helps with wanting to stay here. There's a lot of options around, as you said, hunting, skiing, diving. You can pretty much do everything from here.
Norway is such a long and narrow country, so the climate is very different up here from down south, and it's also way less populated. No traffic. It's just like easier life, or like slow-paced, more slow-paced life. So I've done this one before. I don't know how many I did. 4. I think it was around 30.
5.
Come on.
6. 7. 8.
And I remember this one is like, it's very easy in the beginning, and then all of a sudden it's just stop and becomes really, really hard.
12.
That's max, yeah?
Yes.
This one seems like the hardest one so far.
I think this is the worst one.
This is the worst one? Come on. 17. Come on. 18. 18. So you have to go all the way down.
All the way down.
And the elbows have to touch the knees.
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Yes. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 16, 17, 18, 19, one more. All good. Easy.
So now it's about to get harder though. So the thing is, if I pass these tests, I get to go on a mission where we go out with 3 boats and board a ship, and I get to like do a real mission with these guys. But they've said that if I don't do it, it's too dangerous, so we can't do it. So if I fail these tests, I'm out, right?
Yeah.
Then we can't do the mission.
No, this is our minimum standards to
because
qualify as an operator. Yeah.
Then it would be too dangerous, right?
Yeah. We would risk losing you.
So it's really important that I actually pass this test, because if I don't pass any of these tests, I don't get to go on the mission. And the mission is why we came here.
Start. Kom igjen da. 2.
Ja. It's gonna be hard. They're in deep pain right now. So the thing is, I'm not able to run with them because we would have to blur their face, and 3 people running with me that we have to blur would be difficult. So that's why they do it first now, and then I do it after. But this definitely seems like the hardest one so far. And I guess it's only gonna get harder too. Like the swimming sounds really hard, and also the ladder that we're gonna climb sounds difficult. So I guess what we've done so far is just a warm up. So what was their time?
They did it in 53 seconds and 87 hundredths.
Right, and now they're gonna do 5-minute rest and then do it again?
Yes.
And it'll be the worst time that counts? Or
the average.
Average between the two, okay. Do you know what your pulse is right now?
Mine right now is 110.
110. So this is kind of a test of how fast you can recover in 5 minutes.
Go!
Kom igjen.
Kom igjen nu, 5, siste runde, face på!
Looks like they're in deep pain right now. You sure you don't want to do it again with me? Huh?
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go!
Good pace.
1. 3.
Good pace, good pace.
30 seconds.
Come on.
Come on.
Bjørn, alt på siste, alt på siste.
5. Come on, come on.
Full fart.
Come on. Come on. Yep. 57, 34.
57, 34.
Bra.
5-minute break.
I guess the trick is not to sit down. It feels like my legs are just failing me from that first exercise. It's like I'm almost afraid that I'm going to collapse because I don't feel my legs. And they also say you shouldn't stretch the leg muscles, I guess. Then the muscle just get loose, like stretching before running is not a good idea. I've heard experts say. I don't know if it's true, but I'm not going to take any risk right now. So I'm not going to stretch. So the distance is 22.8 meters, 600 yards together, so 2 times 300 yards.
Yeah.
My pulse is like 113 right now.
3, 2, 1, start.
Come on, push it. Come on.
Push på siste nå, siste 2, kom
2
igjen.
runder igjen.
Kom igjen, siste runde. Hold det gående. Kom igjen, spurt. Fort. Litt fort da.
Ja, kom igjen.
The microphone fell off. Nice. It's incredible that you can get so tired in 1 minute. I was afraid every time I turned that my legs would just collapse.
All right, Magnus. So the first round you did it in 57.34.
Yeah.
The second round you did it in 60 seconds, 0.30.
Yeah.
So that gives you an average of 58.82.
Yeah.
And that's a pass.
That's a pass, good. I'm happy, yeah. I think this was one of this and maybe the swimming I can still fail on, but the ladder I think I can do. So I just have to pass the next test then.
Yeah. If you pass the next 2 tests, you can join us.
Yeah, cool.
We're going to do a water cast and into a swim test.
Right, so first we're gonna jump from 8 knots, and then if that's comfortable, we'll move it up to 20 knots,
20
right?
knots, yeah.
And then we have to swim for a certain distance that we don't yet know.
Yeah.
And if I at some point have to give up, get rescued by a boat, then I'm out. Is this gonna hurt at all, or?
The water cast might hurt a little bit. When you jump from the boat, the water pressure hits you, but with the right technique, you won't get hurt.
So like one hand behind your head, the other one here, and then jump out.
Yeah, and keep tight.
Well, the water is really cold, and yesterday we saw killer whales, orcas, in this area. So let's hope there are no orcas today. I don't want to be orca proof. Felt okay, but there's a little bit of water coming into the suit. It's not like completely waterproof. So I think it's gonna get really cold, and also jumping out from more than twice the speed of this, it's gonna be pretty scary. If you think that water is soft, think again. That was pretty hard. Definitely felt it in my head. Just, it feels so hard, the water. And that was 20 knots. And I guess these guys go even faster than that sometimes. So now we're gonna do the last test, and that is the rope ladder test. And I've heard that that is the hardest test. So hopefully I've saved some power for that. So what we're practicing now is how we would board a ship.
Yeah.
So we're starting from a low position.
Yeah, we're simulating that you're in the rib. So
Yeah.
you're going to sit on the ground now and feel the waves. And you're supposed to start climbing when you're at the wave top, so the
Yeah.
rib doesn't come and hit you.
You wrap the ladder like this, right? To
Yeah.
make it more on the legs. Because we're gonna climb this 10 times in a row, so that's gonna be pretty difficult. If I do this, we're gonna do a real mission, and then there's gonna be no safety. So if you fall off, you're gonna land in the ocean next to a moving boat, which is pretty dangerous, right? Because there's a lot of streams and stuff from the boat.
Yeah.
And there's the propeller at the end of the boat. So you want to avoid getting into the water at all costs, right?
That's right. And
Yeah.
that's why we want you to climb up 10 times, because then you
Yeah.
prove that you have the stamina
Right.
that's necessary to climb up the boat. Good job.
So that's the first lap of 10 laps.
dealing with carabiners using gloves is so much harder. So I guess this is the 5th time. So after this, it'll be halfway.
It was a good job last time, but now I want you to focus on being even more efficient.
Okay.
And be right in his back.
I missed the foothold.
Focus on keeping your upper body into the ship side.
Okay.
Have a wide stance with your legs and just try to work vertical and not pull so hard with your arms.
Lean more toward into the wall. Even though this is climbing, it's kind of different because the ladder is moving and you're not the only one moving it. Like, there are people higher than you and below you that kind of move the ladder. So if you miss the foot, you're out. And also kind of simulating how it will be on a boat. I don't really know what to expect. So like from the start, I would just try to campus, but obviously there's a boat there, so I can step on the boat, but I kind of forgot that. It's kind of different from climbing, but how many times have we done this now?
7 times.
7 times, yeah.
Magnus!
Yeah.
I want you to stop 2 meters above now when you screw the carabiner.
Yeah.
Because the rib that you're supposed to jump on, it has a lot of antennas.
Yeah.
So if you screw the carabiner too low, the antennas might hit you.
Yeah.
That's why we want to say 2 meters.
And then it's hard in the beginning though, the first kind of pull. I feel like I'm like pulling out no matter how hard I try.
Try to stand more on your legs and
okay.
Work yourself up using your legs.
Okay, so like this?
Yeah, like that.
Okay, yeah.
Good job, Magnus.
That was 10 times.
10 times. So now we're finished with the conditioning part of the test and we're going to do the final general test.
Okay.
That's supposed to simulate the real boarding with all the gear that we use.
Do you need this? Are you sure?
Not everyone's as strong as you,
Christ,
so
this is heavy.
we thought it's nice to use you as a breacher.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm up for it. So I'll take off this harness then and put on all that stuff.
Yeah, put on all this gear and get on the harness.
Meet my little friend. Doing it 10 times though, it's it's hard. I definitely got out of breath. You're expected to do it so quickly that you never get a break. This is gonna be a whole nother story though. It's nice that you brought me a dry one. Didn't have to use the wet one. Do you guys ever go light? You know, light is fast sometimes. No? You sure I need all that ammo?
Yeah. And then you can do your final test. Just jump around and feel if anything's loose. Feels okay?
Feels okay.
You could fight.
I don't know how well I would fight, but I will certainly try.
So the same procedure.
Yep.
Try to visualize that you're on the boat, ride the waves,
Yeah.
then enter.
1, 2, 3.
Nice job.
Yeah, that's pretty heavy.
Ready for round 2?
Yeah, I can try. It's just awkward to climb with all this. And I feel like it's already been a pretty long day. We've done a lot.
I feel that you managed fine.
Okay.
So I brought you a gift.
Let's see the... Oh, Jesus Christ, this weighs about the weight of me. Oh, it's like having a really heavy backpack on.
Ready?
Ready. I guess this is the last thing I'll do. So for this, I'm gonna climb with a top rope because the chance of me falling, I think, is pretty big. Like, I barely made it last time. Just climbing a ladder is very different. It's like, it's more about your legs, and it's about holding it weird. And I don't know how many kilos I have on me right now, but it's definitely pretty heavy. Okay, riding the wave.
Use your heels.
I'm not able to use my heels. It's too...
Come on, Magnus!
How do you use your heels though?
Come on. Try to get your hips as close to the ladder as possible.
No, there's no way. I can't. Oh, I have to give up.
Come on!
There's no way. Oh, you can lower me. I don't understand how you use your heels. It feels like I'm being hanged. Oh, that's way too heavy. This is definitely pretty hard. I mean, what you guys do is pretty tough. So what do you think? Are we gonna go on a mission together?
I think you passed with a OK plus. Let's take you on a mission.
On a real mission, without any security.
Yeah, it's good. It's going to be dangerous. Yeah.
It's going to be dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be on a moving ship.
From a moving ship to another moving ship.
Yeah.
No rope or anything.
No.
So you guys should make sure that you check out the next video. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.